Acura MDX is a 2003 with a 3.5 liter engine. We have replaced the two front motor mounts. You can see my other video, one in the front and one on the side of the passenger. Now we're going to I want to replace the transmission mounts as well. It's total of 5 mounts for the engine transmission. This is one and this is the other one too. Few bolts, but we have to support the engine before we do that. So we'll support the engine with a jack underneath, and after we take the pressure out, then we'll release the bolts and replace the two mounts here. They seem to be pretty easy. Here we support the engine, remove the tire, and now we're going to start taking out the 14mm. I'm going to do this one here first. This one here. So we have 1, 2 so far. The big 2 on the bottom that go into the chassis. You can see the holes into the chassis. That's where the bolts are. So I'm going to take 40mm bolts, about 4 of them, and same thing for the rear one. I can move the bolts and take mounts out. Okay, you go under the car and you put the deep socket. It's a 14mm. You get a good grip on it, and you pull this very tight. Okay. Okay, it's very tight. I use the crowbar to help me out. It's pretty tight in there. So I take the ones from the frame first. 14mm is the nut, what it looks like. And let's go on the outside now and remove the other 14mm. You can see the new and old motor transmission mount. This is how it goes in. You can see that this part here where my finger is separated right here, so definitely not good. This is the old and this is the new, and you can see the separation right here. Okay, we're removing the 2 bolts on the side. Yeah, again 14mm, I cannot tighten there, so use the right tools to do your job, and remember to tighten them down the same way. It's a lot of stress there. So now we're having the first transmission mount coming out. That's what it looks like, and definitely busted. Compare it with the new and old. You can see the difference here and here and there. This one is good. So make sure you have the correct part. And now to install. Just, you can see the holes that go into the frame, the 2 bolts on the top, just the same thing. Drop a new one in. There you go, pretty simple. Align the bolts, put the bolts back on. I might have to jack up the engine, might not. I might just be able to turn left and right with my hands. Not by jacking up the engine, you align it. So put the first ones in here first, and then you can get the bottom ones, because the bottom ones already are gone through. So you have to align the bolts. Okay, so pretty easy job on this one. Okay, now we're removing the transmission mount in the back. It's a small piece one, just a small one here. It's 14mm again, just like the other one. Same way, 2 14mm on the bottom of the frame. And now removing the last bolt on the top. The engine is still supported. You can see here that I cannot align the bolt here yet, so I have to play with the jack a little bit up and down. I have one bolt there and it went through the chassis at this point. It just doesn't align one bolt. I'm going to try to get the other one out, and then I can see where I am. So this motor transmission mounts are pretty easy. The one that's very difficult in the Acura is the rear of the engine, and there it comes out now. There you go. That's, and this is the old, and this is the new. Let's compare to see what's going on. Actually, this one, it looks pretty good. The flexes, but it's not broken. It's not broken. It's not a lot of, the rubber here, it doesn't take too much. The rest of the motor mounts, transmission mount takes all the stress. This is probably for vibration type. But we have the same one, so we just want to place it back in there. And all motor mounts, so far 4 are replaced on the Acura. and the rear engine one is the left one. I'm going to replace all of them just to make sure the car starts fresh with all 4 more mounts, because if you change one and change the other, they break. So I'm going to put this one back in right now, and pretty simple really. You just place it, there you go, it's already in. That's it. Again, I'll have to align the bolts, but that's how simple it is to take in and out a transmission mount. Okay, sometimes you might have to use a little crowbar or some kind to push the mount up and down to get you to both bolts. First, make sure you get the bolts in for the engine part. You don't want to get this stripped, and the rest of it, when you lower the car, they will go right through. You get the nuts in there. So that's my next job. Once I get this bolt in right here, then everything is all set. You can see this is not matching perfectly. So the other 2 bolts are already in there, so I just have to align this part, and 2 bolts, 2 nuts on the bottom, and these transmission mounts are done. Okay, the Acura MDX transmission mounts are done. All the bolts are secure, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Same thing in the back blue mount. You can see it like this better. So this was replaced and this was replaced. So at this point we have 4 mounts replaced. There's one in the rear of the car. I placed the transmission mounts on the left side, driver's side.